the background music a little bit. Turn on your sound. And where is my remote control for the fan? Let's turn that off. People don't want to hear the fan in the background. How's it going? Hey, we have 3 people watching right now. Progress. So yeah, we're doing a box opening. Wanted to do this in person, sitting beside each other, but things got in the way. Chris got in the way.
It is Chris's fault.
It's always Chris's fault. No, it was... Oh, I think I need to plug my phone in. That's probably going to be important here. So let's plug that in so people can see me. And we'll go from there. We are fans of the fan. It is quite warm, and like today, because I know we're doing a box opening, I actually got a lamp out, and it's a little bright. It's not radiating a lot of heat, so that's fine. But all extra heat kind of sucks a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's exciting. Second edition comes out on Friday.
Are you excited?
I am very excited. It's a weird feeling. Especially for people who I've been having this conversation a lot. This is the first time where I've lost a lot of control going from in the distribution cycle, because normally the product goes from the manufacturer to my hand over to the stores. Like, I go and drop them off in person. I did that for Raise. I came down to visit you and dropped it off.
Yeah.
And this is the first time where I'm not doing that, and it's a little terrifying. Because I have no idea what the distributors are going to do. I trust them. At the end of the day, I do trust them. But it's one of those, like, I got to just trust them on blind faith. There's been no performance track history to tell me if they're going to do well. So, music is playing, but not disruptive. Yeah, I've noticed that a lot of times I turn the music a little bit too low, and then people can't hear the music. And I know it might annoy some people that they don't we have the background music going all the time, but at the same time, I love the background music, and I worked really hard with Jake to make really cool background music. So I want to use it. I want people to hear it. All right. So, is there anything we want to say before we jump into this?
If you're in the GTA, you can come celebrate my birthday on Sunday.
That's true. I'm gonna be there. That's true.
Yeah. The whole design team, well, not the whole design team, but Chris will be there, so you can complain about him ruining stuff if you guys want.
Yeah.
We'll all be there, so you can ask us any questions.
Yeah. No, it's gonna be pretty awesome. I'm definitely excited about that. I'm also excited for what's I gonna say? On Friday, I'm heading over to Heads or Tails to see how things go for their actual release day. So that's gonna be awesome too. And then yeah, Sunday's gonna be really cool. I'm hoping we have a really big turnout. There's gonna be the uncut foil sheet that's gonna be given away. Do you have a plan for that yet? Anything you want to spoil?
What am I spoiling?
It's like how you're planning to give it away.
We'll give it away at random. It's not going to be based on attendance.
I like that. And then the other thing, I think that's like we can make it a little bit more official. We can let people know about the full foil packs.
Yeah,
that's a thing in the set. We figured if we're going to put in foils and make them super scarce, we might as well have people once in a while open up packs that are completely foil, and that's kind of awesome. I am actually hoping we don't hit one of those in this box. That would make things awkward. But at the end of the day, I was talking to Alex, and I'm like, we don't need these cards, but the people watching will. So there's going to be an opportunity to figure out how to win all the cards that are in this pack. We're going to just divide the box in half. 50% of it will go to one person, 50 to the other, and each person will get assigned Purifying Wave. We don't have ideas on what that is, but for everyone who's watching now, I'll give you the first shot. We'll say in the chat, guess which foil we'll hit first, and if you can guess what foil we hit, I'll give you the full box. or we'll give you we'll figure something out. We'll do something really awesome if you can guess which foil we hit. But we need to figure out another way to give these out in case no, in case the odds are correct and people can't guess what's inside the box. I have these really nice pink scissors, borrowing them from my wife. All right, so this isn't going to be like other box openings. We're not going to go through every single card. Going to be skipping most of the comments. I think our big point is to talk about the packs that we open and which ones are solid packs, right? Like that's more the idea.
Yeah.
Why this pack is a good one to grab, and what was the big value add for each of these. Before we jump into this, any questions from anyone? Leave it in the chat. I am watching that. Foil Vorpal Blade. Giant Scorpion will be the first foil. Those would be awesome foils. So I would love to see those.
I like how they're high hopers. All going for
yeah.
the foil rares, not going for the foil commons.
Yeah. This is a foil Sunrise Fox.
Foil Sunrise Fox. Okay.
Alright, so we got one pile set aside. Well, thank you everyone who's joining us for this. I'm excited to go through this. I'm sorry, Alex, that you don't get to open the packs.
It's okay.
You can help with the commentating. Okay, what I'm gonna do is actually let's pin this up so that people can see the actual box opening. Pay more attention to that. All right. So, first thing I want to note is, oh my goodness. Should we just set this aside?
Oh.
I'm gonna just set that one aside. We'll come back to that later. You know exactly what happened there. Alright, so pack, you see the champion? Those two are your rares, the rest go to the front. Alright, so is that right side up? Can you see?
I can see it.
Alright, perfect. Hopefully everyone else is good too. So we're getting rid of going through the comments really quickly. Is there any comment that's really stand out as like
Baboon?
Yeah,
right there.
Baboon, definitely.
Yeah, it calms Sid.
Huh?
It's a calming card.
Yeah,
it's a very
it calms
calming
me.
card.
This pack actually had double mythical protection, so that's interesting.
Interesting.
There's no real like bad commons in the set, but I think the big go-to is the Baboon. That's definitely on the list as like our card to hunt down. All right, so a big thing about the packs, we got the uncommons.
So right out of the pack, the Mystical Spear is just awesome because you used to seeing it as a rare. You're used to not seeing many people be able to play with it. It's now giving me the opportunity to build decks around it.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing we saw a lot. I don't know how the focus is for that, but we saw that a lot definitely in Welcome to Jaelara. I remember going to a tournament and people being like, I've never even seen Mystical Spear as a card. Like they bought 2 boxes and they never saw one. So I think having this as uncommon is very solid. Most of these were uncommons before, so I don't think there's anything too special to note there. But seeing a lot more rares come down to the uncommon, very solid. So I've seen enough box openings. I know that there are particular pairings that we're seeing with rares. That's definitely one pairing we see quite often. That's a very solid pairing. The nice part here, both playable by the same champion. Whoever you're playing, if you're playing in Axon, you have the opportunity of running that both cards.
For sure. I would not complain with this pack. Well, any pack with the Necrolich, I never complain.
Yeah.
And I myself personally enjoy Celestial Hegemon. It's not the most competitive, but I love playing.
All right, so I think something to, just out of curiosity, I would like to know your opinion. These are your uncommons, these are rares. Scale 1 to 10, how do you rank this pack?
Ooh, ranking the pack. So I'm gonna give it a 7.8.
On the high end, 7, just shy of 8, eh?
Yeah.
Like the Necrolich. Okay, go through your reasoning.
Okay, so you can look at the reason why it's not being pulled up higher is you got a good uncommon that you're wanting. You got your Mystical Spear. You got your good rare that you're wanting, which is your Necrolich. Your Celestial Hegemon is a good secondary, but it's not above that. It's good. Your uncommons on the left of Mystical Spear, they're okay. They're niche plays here and there. But I think we're gonna see in other packs as we go through them that we're gonna see a lot better packs.
Yeah.
Especially in the uncommon slot here.
Yeah. Like, you got a really great rare out of this. The uncommons are good. I would actually rate this closer to 7. So the Necrolich definitely pulls it up a lot. If it was anything else, I don't think that pairing. Well, there's other better pairings, but the Necrolich is like the star of that pack for sure. All right, so throw these to the front. Get rid of the commons. All right, now we start seeing some pretty solid uncommons there. All right, this pack had a foil. Someone call it. Whoever calls it will get this entire stack. But I'll let you know that the things that have been called so far aren't it. I'll let you know it's a Chaos Common.
Ooh.
All right. But whoever gets it will get 11 of the 12 packs. We'll find something special to do with that last pack. All right. So uncommons there. Very solid pulls. This is the only one that used to be a rare.
Yeah.
You got long in this, and then your combination rares are Chrono Walker and Guardian Balance.
So immediately comparing to last pack, because we can do that. I would say Chrono Walker is on the scale with Necrolich for how great a card is for playability.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it excites people as much as Necrolich, but might actually be secretly a much stronger card. But then when we look at the uncommon slot, way better here.
Yes.
You got a Hurricane Sweep, you got an Adrenaline, you got a Yamaduda.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
This is a diamond in the rough card. I don't think enough people put enough value into the Guardian of Balance. So, you know what? I'm going to keep it going. I'm going to let you know. It's not Infernal Gold. It's not Dark Brand. Keep on guessing. First person to get it will get the packs that we're opening, the 2 packs we've already shown. So that's the Guardian Balance, the Chrono Walker. The stakes are getting higher. Let's go to the next pack. Give me your rating as we're going to the next pack.
Okay. For that pack or for this one? So that one, giving that up one an 8. I probably gave too much points to that first pack. But it was the first pack. I'm getting used to it.
All right. Now we're getting into some spicy uncommons. River Nye.
Yep.
Kabust.
Yep.
Windslash.
Yep.
Psychic Assault.
Yeah. All right.
Rares?
So, yeah. All right.
All right. Epiphany?
Yep.
Formosan.
This right here, I'm going to give it a 9.5. All of these are heavily played cards.
Yes.
The one that's slightly off is the Psychic Assault, but I personally like it. Yeah. So I'm giving that a little bit higher.
So actually, out of these 2 rares, Formosan is required in higher quantities than Epiphany.
Yes. Yeah.
So Formosan is probably, I personally think it's the better rare of the 2.
That's fair. Yeah.
Kabust, solid. But out of these uncommons, Windslash. That's my golden one there.
For sure. But as a holistic, it's the fact that all of these have homes.
Yes. Yeah. They're all very solid cards. Not Lightless, not Essence Drain. We're looking at a Chaos Common. Should I give another clue?
Oh no, should I guess? I'll be like the first guess.
Huh?
Should I guess? No.
No. You don't get a guess. All right. Then, so Ben, you missed some of the polls. What we're going through right now is just talking about some of the big value add cards. Like, why are some of these packs so good? What are some of the better rares? Because I know for both Scheming Skeleton, Ben, you both did box openings. I loved them. I had so much fun. But what we also wanted to give for some of the players here is the experience of, well, just share our experience of the game. All right, few weaker uncommons here.
Okay, there's a weaker uncommon, I think, in this pack. All right, because when you look at the pillars, Fire Pillar is like the best pillar of them all.
That's true. That's true.
And Air Pillar, while there's not crazy amount of extra support for air, there are some really powerful air cards. Just like we talked about, Wind Slash is probably the most powerful 4-chi technique, and it does air.
I've made both of those decks. That's true.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
So the one that's really weak here is Upheaval.
Yeah.
It really doesn't seem to have much of a home. It's really hard to pay that exert cost at the end of the day. And if you're a fighter, you're already generally doing 2 to 3 damage, so it's like giving up that exert cost and paying a little extra aura to do that 1 more damage. It's rough. It's rough.
Yeah. So yeah, not only have I played with all these cards, I have made decks around all of these cards, except for Upheaval. So I completely agree with you there. I think, but Vorpal Blade, Chasmodon, like the Holy Brand deck, people know that that's one of my favorites. Chasmodon, I just recently started doing the core Call to the Bones, so I love that combo. And the Chasmodon for 10 aura, it's so good. So good. And it combos well with the Amaduta. So this, I think, is a good pack because it does start the build there, and it gives you the options to reinforce those decks. So, ranking?
I'm only giving this one a 7 for me.
That's fair. All right, not Underworld Knowledge, not Whip Smash. That's uncommon. You're correct. Essence Strain isn't even in this set. Thank you for to Darren and Casey Games. It's fair. Not everyone knows all the cards in the sets. It is in it's on the webpage, so you can go check those out. But Cleave, not Cleave, Chasmodon is an amazing card in the set. You made a mention, Scheming Skeleton, about how Call to the Bones was your second favorite card in the game. Super curious, what's your number 1 favorite card? Do we already know this? Have you mentioned it before? Do you know Scheming Skeleton's favorite card in the game?
I don't.
Oh, okay.
I did not. I think I'm not. Actually, now I'm thinking about it. Maybe he did say it.
All right.
I don't remember.
We're seeing some upgrades here. Those are some good uncommons.
Yep.
Super played. And this is the thing that I really love about not Sideswipe, Vampiric Kiss. I should have known that. So one thing that makes some of these uncommons super valuable is that the best uncommons are actually the low-chi ones.
Yeah.
O10, Shutdown, Wind Slash. Psychic Assault's good. It's not at the same caliber as these, but it's still a very solid one. All right.
I was gonna say here, like you got the top 2 cards from Rays right in this back. Well, and the Wind Slash are the top 2. Shutdown is great. It is great. I wouldn't say it's the best. It's the best. It's a great support card.
All right. Speaking of Rays.
All right. So you got a good light list. I am not a fan of Archon of the Vigor. This is a U card. That is a Sid card. I'm for me. Too much setup.
I love it. And that's the one thing I really like about this set is that it does still allow for niche. It's all the cards in here aren't just meta top tier decks cards. It is still some niche stuff. The guessing still needs to go on. It's not Pi and Wad. That's a good guess though. Lightless is rare. Lightning is rare. Yeah. I guess a Lightless would be coming up. So we're looking first person to guess this foil. It's a chaos common. So keep guessing. I'm super curious to see who gets it first. All the packs that we've opened so far are on the roster. Whoever guesses that foil common there. Should I give a hint? We're about halfway through this file.
Did you say the card type?
No, I haven't. It's a technique.
Oh,
there it is. Darren got it. Shadow Claw.
Ah, yes.
Look at that. So pretty. All right,
Rain
Darren.
OTK right there. There we go.
Yep. That's so you're gonna be getting this stack along with how many more packs are coming up? 6 more packs. So, all right, let's keep moving on. Oh, did you rate that pack? That combination of commons and other uncommons, rares?
I'm gonna give it only a 7.5. I'm only giving it a 7.5.
Yeah. What would you need to see to get that pushed up?
Something else in the rare slot that wasn't our. Oh, we're jumping in. Let's see. This is a solid pack right here. This is a very, 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 very. Actually, do you know what? That wasn't even the card I thought it was. That's a landslide. This is an amazing pack.
Landslide? There's no landslide here. Dense Fog, Earth Pillar, Sandstorm, Backflip.
Sandstorm is what I meant to say. Oh, so what?
What'd
No,
you think it was?
Sandstorm. I don't know, when I looked at it, I thought it was, do you know what I thought it was? It was the holy spell that does 2 damage forward, Searing Light.
Oh, yeah.
For some reason I thought it was Searing Light. I don't know why. So in the uncommon slot, pretty great. Earth Pillar's a bit clunky. And Dense Fog, if you're new, getting the Dense Fog is great. But you don't need a crazy amount of them. You just need a couple. So, like, just for a new player, this pack's amazing. Scorpion, we know, is awesome. Amazing. Great card. Backflip, I've been playing more. You can ask Darren. I just backflipped out of the tsunami. I tossed my summon out of the tsunami and then backflipped out of the tsunami along with myself.
Nice. Nice.
Troll is a great fun card.
Yeah.
It's not a crazy high tier card, but it's good. I'm going to give this one a little bit higher than the last one. I'm going to give it a 7.9.
Yeah. So my thing is Dense Fog, like you mentioned, you don't need a whole lot of them. Setting them aside. Same with Puppet Control, you don't need a whole lot of these. But I do recommend players starting to collect more of these. The Giant Scorpions and the Sandstorms. Sandstorm is so niche. It's interesting because just like Upheaval, it has the exert cost, but here I think it gives you enough out of that. So I love that Sandstorm. Giant Scorpion, always a solid card. And then look at that, you got a good amount of Thymos in that pack. So far, sure. Most of your ratings have been, 7.5 or higher. That's what I've been feeling about most of these packs, especially if you're comparing them to some of the older sets. They are a lot more, like, you're walking away with some very, very good options. And we're not even looking at the commons, right? Mm-hmm. We're just looking at the uncommons here. Alright. Let's pull these off. Uncommons. Oh, we have that damaged temporal relocation. Sorry, Darren. Eradicating Tarantula. Foresight of the Ancients. Angel's Embrace. Ooh, this is a good one.
Oh.
Angel of Retribution.
Ah.
Malfeasance.
And Malfeasance. All right. So definitely for me, these are high rares for me.
Yes.
Extremely high. So normally when I look at these uncommons, I'm not crazy about them, but a lot of these uncommons down here have grown on me.
Yeah.
So this is a Sid card to the far left. Me and Sid have gone about arguing about this card for a while. Hi, hun. She needs sorting trays. Sort cards. She's gonna sort Genesis, right, hun? Yeah.
Of course.
The Tarantula, I think it's good if you're not in Thymos. That's my perception of it. If you're in Thymos, pay the 2 extra aura for the Scorpion.
Yeah.
That's where I am with the thing. I think Foresight is a card that at some point it's gonna be crazy. At some point it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It hasn't been there yet, but at some point it's gonna do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Angel's Embrace here. This is card Will loves. Will loves this card with a passion. I've never been crazy on it, but I think I got beaten by it today, but from Darren. Darren beat me today with that.
Yeah.
So to give credit to it today, it gets a win today.
Yeah. I think, like you said, all these uncommons, they're not the ones that you're digging through the set to get, but they're still ones that you're happy to receive. They need to find a home. It's one of those don't jump over these cards. Yeah, I totally agree.
This pack, I'm gonna give it an 8.8.
Yeah, this is on the higher end for me. The Malfeasance is, I think, the one card that Malfeasance, Temporal Reclamation, I think, are the 2 that hold it back for me. Mm-hmm. From being on that 9 level as it's one of the best packs.
Yeah,
I think if you replace that temporal, there's definitely ways to up that, but getting that Angel, it's definitely solid. Scheming Skeleton, Ben, what's your favorite card? Yeah, everyone, let me know what your favorite cards are. I'd love to hear this. Let's not just call out Ben. Let's call out everyone.
That's fair. Oh, lose stuff.
Starting off with one of your favorites.
Put down. Fire Hill. Yamaduda.
Oh, we lost an uncommon. We lost the
No,
uncommon.
it's
Got an
not. Only
epic.
3 guys. Oh!
Oh. So, Hegemon, Alim. All right, ready?
All right.
Bolt shot. This has to hit a 9.
Yeah, I'm thinking a 9. But I don't think it goes past 9.
What's
I don't know if
holding
it goes
back?
past 9. So Fire Hill, definitely holding it back. And so the question is, how much of a boost does that extra rare give? That's actually what I need to think about right now. That's what I need to think about.
There's certain rares that, like, if you were saying you're getting a Hegemon or a Combust, or a Hegemon or an Oten, like, Hegemon is not...
It's not a critical card for a lot of decks. It's good in a Celestial Hegemon deck, but that's its home.
Yeah.
There's a lot of core pieces that you want a lot of. That's where it is. Yeah. And I agree with you there.
Someone was mentioning.
Yes. Excellent.
So yeah, this is more of a niche card. This is a niche card. These are very solid. I know Yamaduta is still on the niche end, but people start playing it.
Yeah.
And now that it's uncommon, you gotta start. You don't gotta, but like I highly recommend trying a few decks where you're getting, where you run 6 or 8 of them and just see how it feels. It is such an interesting card to play with.
I figured out my final score. I'm giving it a 9.3.
Yeah. This rare pairing.
It's those two. I was looking at the pairing,
goodness.
and I'm like, that pairing's just so good. That's
It
ridiculous.
is so good. It's such a nice pairing, and the fact that for this deck you get that shutdown as well.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Those 3. It's such a good combo. So when you're looking for packs to crack, that's the pairing you're looking for. That's such a good pairing for rares. It's definitely one of my favorites that I've seen. Alright. Desk Companion. Line Main Rabbit as someone's favorite. Can you guess who? I'm sure you can guess who. And then Desk Companion. Yeah. Alright.
Yeah.
Going into the uncommons here. That's a solid uncommon to start with.
Burn strong, yep. Solid.
A little weaker there.
Ooh, Battle Cry.
But ended off pretty reasonable. I like that ending there.
All right. It's not my favorite, but it's not a card that I hate.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. It's just a card that when I compare it to other 7G techniques, if I'm in, and this is specific, if I am in Thymos or I am in Bellum, I'm not playing Demon's Rage. So there's literally only one place to play it. It's in Sahas, Axon Chaos. That's it.
Yeah. I don't disagree. I think this pack is actually very solid because you get this trio right there.
Yeah.
And that's a good setup. This isn't terrible, especially if you're doing the Call to the Bones, because then you can drop all the skeletons straight onto the river and just boost them up right away.
Yeah.
And I beat Alex because of this on Sunday. So it definitely has a niche home. It can be replaced by Meteorite, but it depends on who you're playing as. But getting this rare pairing, I love this pairing. I love the pairings that are in the same affiliation, because that just means you're getting a pack that is super usable. I do like it when it's split, like Bellum Chaos or Thymos Axon, because you do get it doesn't matter who you're playing, you will get a card that's playable. But if you're particularly playing Chaos, then that's such a good combo.
Yeah, I agree. For that pack, I'm gonna give it a 7.7. That's where I'm at.
We're not caring about the comments. All right, mid-level. There's a good uncommon.
Which one are you talking about? Still Vigor?
And Still Vigor.
Okay. All right. I love the Revenge of the Phoenix. I'm not the biggest fan of the Olgi.
This is, I'll be honest, I think this is one of the weakest packs we've pulled.
Yeah. I think Revenge is literally the best card here. I know some people playing Still Vigor. I don't normally play. I don't think I've ever played Instill Vigor, but I do know people play it. I know it is a good card. I'm saying I personally never played it. Not saying it's bad or anything like that. But yeah, other than those two, everything else is a little on the meh or weaker side.
Yeah. This is gonna be probably the only pack that I can consider is about that maybe 6.7, 6.9. Like, it's still good. It's just so much of this is niche. Xifang is very niche. Only a few people who can really capitalize off of it. Peripheral Vision against the same thing. Urticating's good as a budget Scorpion, or if you're not playing in Thymos. And Olgoi, unless you're running a deck that's specifically running a whole bunch of Olgois, they don't see a huge home in most situations.
Yeah. I've said before, I think the 4 HP really holds us back.
Yeah.
At 1 more HP, it survives a lot of AoE abilities. And that's just where it is for me.
The fact that your uncommon pairs well with your rare does make me happy. It does make it pretty solid. Revenge, more people got to start running that. I don't know why people are turned off from this card so much when Raze first came out. I think because of the 8 energy, but so many people just stayed away from it.
Funny enough, because you played the deck that I was running, which was a Malik deck.
Yeah.
I only have 1 in the deck, but it's popped up so many times, and it popped up in the first round of the first match of the 3. That in the second and the third matches, my opponent goes, you got Revenge with Phoenix, eh?"
And then you got playing around them so much. And the fact that the Revenge's trigger is an exert, meaning that Lightless does not get to prevent the damage off of it, that hurts.
You meant execute. For audience there, you meant execute.
Execute. Sorry.
You
Right.
guys gotta be you gotta be lenient for Sid. He doesn't know this game.
Yeah.
Never played it. Fire Pillar, best pillar. Xifang. Sphinx. Alright. Oh, what's that? What's that?
I gotta just set that aside.
Huh?
I want to rate this before I show you what that is. It's an epic.
Okay.
And it's gonna make Darren very happy, but I want to see how you rate this
Darren very happy, eh?
prior to this.
How you rate it? You're missing the cards.
We're talking about a pairing that is, no matter what deck you're running right now, you can't play both of these rares.
Yeah.
But in isolation, I really like both of these rares. Sorry, they're a bit off screen. You gotta let me know when they're a bit off screen. I'll try to be more aware of what stuff's on screen. These are niche. I like the Fire Pillar, but again, it's still niche. The rares are really what's carrying this.
Yeah.
Where would you rank this as is?
It's definitely hard because it's missing a card. But yeah, like the bottom side's very niche. Specifically, I think the Sphinx and the Xifang, for most players, I don't think they'll ever touch them.
Yeah.
From there, Subjugation Strike is just a card that's not played enough. It is definitely a top tier card. Being where it is though, I'm gonna give it somewhere until we get our 6th card. It's actually only sitting in like a 7.6ish area right now.
All right. What happened if the last card was an Epic Angel of Retribution?
So now looking at this pack, it jumps up a lot. What'd I give it? 7.6?
Yeah.
So now it's going to a 9.1 at a minimum.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
That is a solid epic. It's not one of the best epics, but the fact that you're getting
that is one of the best epics. What are you talking about?
Okay. It's one of. It's not the best.
It is not the best.
What would you say is your best? Is the best epic?
It's gotta be Bolt Shot.
Yeah. That's the two. Actually, one of the cards is not a really great card, but in its epic form looks epic. Is Demon.
Yeah, there's a lot of art epics that they're better because of how great the art is. Being an epic. Yeah.
All right. So this one is a pretty good rarity pairing.
Yeah.
I like this because as a new player, no matter what you're playing, you can play these two rares.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for a specific deck, then it doesn't help you. But throwing in the Angel, that helps a lot. All right, Darren,
Sure.
you have won this giant pile of cards. I'll drop them off at Dragon World probably on Sunday, along with that. So I think we saw 2 Angels in here.
Yes.
And a Bolt Shot.
Yeah.
So definitely some very, very solid things. And then you got that Foil Shadow Claw. All right, going into the second half of the box. All right, so the best rarity pairing that we saw so far. Can you recall off the top of your mind? Was there one that stood out?
Wasn't it LM and
LM
Bolt Shot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, I think, so far, what I would say is the best on that side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ben, that foil Zamber was awesome. And I loved your reaction to it, too. You saw that video, right?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, Darren, you're also going to get Purifying Wave. Do you want to sign from me or Alex? I guess you can decide that when you get it.
You can get it signed by Chris.
Yes, yeah, you could get it. All right, other half
Don't
of the
inflate.
box.
Don't inflate his ego too much.
Yeah, please, no one do that. All right, this is an interesting pairing. So those are your uncommons?
So Breath of Jaelara is a top tier card.
Yes. Yeah.
So much so that in a secret meeting, Sid had said to all the designers and all the team, being like, "We have to watch Breath of Jaelara."
That actually legit sounds like something I said.
You did.
Oh, okay.
You really did. Ooh. Ah. They don't pair together.
No.
But Meteorite for me is an amazing card. There's definitely an article or video I want to make. It was about there are a few cards, and there are not a lot of them, that can refresh a game and like rebuild you back in the game. Meteorite is one of them.
Yeah.
Actually, ironically, another one that is Breath of Jaelara. Breath of Jaelara can quickly fix a game for you, from going to losing to winning.
This is the only card I see in here that's super niche. There's no water deck right now.
Water is hard because you want to play the best AoE water cards, and if you put a water pillar down, it's usually getting whacked by that as well. Or it could just be another tsunami instead of a water pillar. That's the issue there.
A Cobra Jet, you're asking, is this a box opening or just a card review? It's both, and a giveaway, because Alex and I don't need this card, so we are giving away. We already gave away half the box. We're gonna be giving away the other half. Yoda's Data, thank you so much for joining. We got someone all the way from Germany joining us right now. That's so awesome. So Cobra Jet, I was just saying, we are going through the packs to tell you some of the uncommons, rare pairings, and the value add that you get out of those. So talking about this, like Meteorite, very solid. The fact that these are mismatched make it really great for brand new players getting into the game, because if you don't know which direction you want to go, you're going to be able to play with one of these. Breath. So Air Pillar is niche, but there is a lot of really, really good air cards. Breath, I think, is just so universal. The fact that it heals you as well is just so good. That's an uncommon.
Fully agree.
Yeah, like like I apparently forgot I had said, as designers, we definitely need to keep an eye on that. All right, for this half, I'm actually going to keep the pairings to the side so we can review them afterwards.
Darren said that kind of curled pack in the beginning that you put aside, that was part of the first half of the box, right?
I'm sorry, Darren. I'm sorry. I got to do something special with that one. All right, so your uncommons.
Lambs. People, Earth Pillar. Solid. This is decent. It's decent. It's decent. You know, the middle one's the middle two are kind of awkward. That's where I'm at.
Put that there. Your rares, Zamber, and Hydro.
Solid. All right. They're definitely not commonly played on the high end of play.
Mm-hmm.
I think Hydralis is an underplayed card. Zamber Dragon is still a really good card, and because I don't expect to face a Zamber Dragon, I do tend to lose to Zamber Dragon decks.
Good.
So I'm used to facing angels, so I'm prepared to face angels. But when a Zamber comes down, it's different.
Yeah.
It's a different style of play, and I don't get enough practice facing them.
It's like if someone's not used to facing against a giant scorpion and then those hit the table, even though it's on the ground and you can just walk up and attack it, it's usually so hard to do that. And Zamber Dragon has the same advantages. It is. I actually do really feel that it's a great pairing for a fighter deck. Having a companion Zamber Dragon fly behind you, sniping off summons, it can really give a fighter a lot of advantages. I'd love to see a Zamber Dragon Fong deck.
Ironically, that's that Sunday. That's what I was building one of those, and then I didn't end up completing it. I wasn't happy. I think I leaned too much into the Zamber Dragon, and I was like, it's either I draw Zamber Dragons or I got nothing, and I wasn't happy with the deck. So I shifted and built the Malik Scorpion deck instead.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Zamber, it's something that you haven't done a lot of, as you admitted, but Scorpions, you've done a lot of Scorpions.
Yeah, so it's a comfort zone, so it's easier for me to build.
Yes. All right.
Cloth Lamp, nice. Fun card. Ooh, no, that's okay. Ooh, Malicious Persuasion, that's a nice one right there. That's a spicy meatball.
Yeah, and I'm actually really loving these rares.
Oh yeah. There you go, perfect rares.
Yes.
Both easily playable. For new people getting into the deck, you need only a couple Purifying Waves. I'd say it's 4 probably at the max.
That's fair. That's fair.
I think 4 is good for any deck in those colors. And yeah, they're good. So Purifying Wave was one of the other cards that was talking like Meteorite that can reset a game for you and bring you back. But Baruch, best. I'm gonna call it best 7-chi summon.
I do not dispute that. Baruch's just so good. I love it. I'm watching videos and people are like, "Oh, we got the card that's on the top of the box." I'm like, "You have no idea what you just got." Like, there's a reason, and it's nice because it's the only card in this set that got a new art. It's similar to the old one, but it's a new art. We did really push the Baruchs for this set. So the one downside I see about this is there's not a lot of synergy between the uncommons and the rares.
Hey, you malicious your Baruch, and then he's hitting your opponent on turn 1.
This is probably the best I can see there.
Yeah,
if you're
those
playing
3.
Vishud.
Yeah.
I would love to find like an Ajna, but the Jin doesn't make sense in Ajna. The Earth Pillar doesn't make sense in Ajna. Yeah. It's really the Brook, the Malicious, and the Colossal Land. Colossal Land, not enough people give this card credit, and it's really, really solid. Hey, Dex and Dross, love the support. All right, let's set aside these rares.
No, I have JC saying, what about Ashton Tiger? Baruch is better than Ashton Tiger. I'm sorry for those who like it. They're close. They're very similar, but at the end of the day, Baruch, if it gets its first hit in, it does 4. If it survives to the next round, it does 8. And the Tiger does 3. It then does 6. So the compounding damage that the Baruch is going to do over Anja Tiger, it's just better in that sense. Now, Anja Tiger is more tricky, and your opponent can't play around it, or they can't play around a Baruch. That's the difference. That's where the payoff, the choice between the two come in.
Oh man, they are. JC's getting aggressive there. Ajna Tiger does have a home, but it's much, much more niche. Yeah. That's what I think it is. There's that common that
Ayo
is always like. Let's just set that aside as we calculate the rest of this pack.
Baboon was one of the, for those people who don't know, Baboon used to be an uncommon.
Yeah.
I suggested it down to common because I thought it was a really good card that people should have access to more of to make essentially a budget deck. We were talking about Baruch. You don't want to buy Baruchs or buy boxes to get Baruchs. Get Baboons.
Yeah.
They have Blitz. They cost a lot less ore too.
And combine it with Malicious Persuasion, you can definitely get a lot of value out of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, rares. So we got some good ones there. Necro,
solid. Not gonna never complain. Mongol, perfect.
This is the other Necro combo.
Yeah.
You got a good color pairing there. You got this doesn't synergize with it super well, but you have that. But the nice part is you got the opportunity to split into a second deck there, Sahas and Ajna, because those are all solid cards in Ajna. Dense Fog a little bit more iffy on that,
Mhm.
but the rest of these definitely give some very strong value add.
Yeah, I agree.
Um,
I realize what Sid's doing now. He's practicing for the sealed event on Sunday. He's like, well, I could build this deck, or I could build this deck.
no, that's very, 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 very true. Yeah, I'm liking this pack, I think, as a whole. I think this is the better Necrolich pairing. What was the other one? Necrolich and...
Oh, trying to think.
It was early, right?
Yeah.
Anyone in the comments remember what the Necrolich pairing was?
What can I remember? Necro and... No, it wasn't Ogi.
I thought it was... It's another one that can't be... It's another 6-chi summon. I know that much.
You're a little high up. They're insane.
Necro and Celestial Hegemon. Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Thank you, Darren. So yeah, I think this is the better Necrolich combo, even though Hegemon is still within Axon. This one is just... The Mongol just has more universal play. It's one of those cards that once you start playing with it, you realize it's a lot cooler than you thought it was.
Actually, I'll put this for everybody who has never played a Mongol, because I do have to teach a lot of new players when they play with Mongol. It is a card that you never play in front of you. It is always going to be played behind you. All right, Lambs, Paco, Lulu. Oh, we got a Joker in this deck.
All right, we got an epic,
Jaelara,
and I think it's an epic that actually swings things a little bit. So
that's good.
Let's set it.
I'm a big fan of Anguish Flame. You're not as big a fan of the Anguish Flame, I believe.
I'm not. It's not that I don't love the card. I did really enjoy playing Malik and like dropping 3 Anguish Flames on the same target, all of them with Desperation. That was awesome. But I just don't think it's as universal, or like it's more niche than I wish it was.
Yeah. Yamaraja, we've talked about it many times. Currently, it's underplayed, but at some point in the future, it could be crazy. That's the potential of Yamaraja.
Yeah.
Is every summon that comes out from the future here on is a piece Yamaraja can gain.
Yes.
So, it's something to watch for the future. I'm ready. Flip over.
Epic Guild Attack.
That's definitely a beautiful art one. Yeah.
Definitely adds some value to this pack, because a lot of these uncommons are super niche. Like Lambs is, I think, the more universal one, but they're all niche. All of this is niche. I think the only thing in here that's just solid, no matter if you're playing Bellum, it's always a good value add, is that Guild Attack.
That's fair. Yeah.
So I feel like if you didn't get this epic in the pack, it would have been a lot lower as a pack value.
I agree.
Getting the epic definitely gives you makes this pack in that, I would say, just high 7s though.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't bring this to an 8.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right. So far I haven't seen any like truly killer pairings of cards. Like the Brook was solid, but there's no pairing that stands out as much as that. We got another one.
Ooh. I'm gonna call it right now. This pack, it's got a foil rare and an epic rare and 2 rares. Very unlikely since we just had an epic rare, but wait. Oh yeah.
I got the bad
comments here. What's going on? How did this pack get better?
This is I'm liking this pairing. The
Nizu
and a Formosa.
That's pretty good.
That's a good pairing. Unfortunately, they don't work in super synergy with each other.
That's fair. Well, you can always if you just look at the base body, you put the Nizu in for the front, then you put the Formosa behind it. There you go. You got your tank and your archer behind.
Like this sets you up as a really good Daimo stack, but I see this more in Ajna than anything else.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I agree.
For most of we were talking about the budget thing. I actually really love your explanation. Something that's stuck with me for a long time is the decision between these two, because the aura difference between these is a fireball for Idris.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good thing to think about, why the Gelda Baboon actually has a lot of value add and might be a better option for certain Idris decks, because it does give you that extra fireball.
Yep.
This plus fireballs 5 damage, this on its own is just 2, right?
So the other comparison, when specifically when we're doing a lot of meta stuff with Will, the difference is, are you facing an angel deck? If you're facing an angel deck, you don't want the baboon so much, you want the Formosan. Any other deck, then the baboons does just as well, maybe better, because of the aura bonus.
Yep. To be fair, the gorilla is a limited fireball itself.
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. You're not wrong.
Yeah. The art for the stag is, I agree, is absolutely beautiful. It was one of the cards that I was super excited when we had the idea of doing foils in this game. That was definitely high on my list. Liking these uncommons.
That's pretty good. All right. You get a full one? Almost perfect. Almost perfect. Brick Naga's solid, but it's not like a must-have. All right. That's a really good pack.
Whoa.
That is a really good pack.
Yeah.
For a deck.
It's not only that all these are solid cards, but they can all fit into the exact same deck and make it feel cohesive.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so good. Oh my goodness. I love this. I think this, from this side of the box, this has to be my favorite pack so far.
Yeah, I'd agree.
For anyone who's getting into the game now, don't overlook Shutdown. It's such a good 3T. I talked about it in my vlog today, but a lot of people want to run Combust. When you have Shutdown, you have Pressure Point. Those are really, really solid options and can actually win you a lot more games than a Combust will.
Yes. Combust is a great value card.
Yes.
Shutdown, Pressure Point, they can win you a game.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
And then the other one here, Malicious Persuasion, it's probably one of my favorite cards in the game. I play it a lot.
Yeah.
I love that it came down to uncommon. I think it's so good that it did. So this as a pack, that's so solid. What are the commons in this? I gotta look. So you had Inferno Ghoul, Dark Brand, Sidestep, Searing Light. You had a Bayou Token, Stampeding Force, Kodama, Diabolic Roar, and Quickshot. Not a whole lot in there for the commons. The Shadow Claw, Sidestep's not terrible. Searing Light, I've played quite a few times, but
Inferno Ghoul for me.
Yeah, Inferno Ghoul's definitely big on your list. Diabolic Roar. Someone pointed this out to me. I actually really like this. Is that it's a 3G. If it hits your opponent, they're gonna discard. Worst case scenario, they're discarding a 3, which means you're pairing 3 for 3. If they discard anything higher, now you're at a chi advantage. You just need to figure out, did you get the aura advantage out of that? Like, was the 6 aura worth it? But this is a card that I think is underplayed because of the fact that there's so many good other 3Gs for Axon. Not because it's a bad card.
That's fair. Axon's got all the good 3Gs.
Yeah. That's a good pairing, though. That is definitely
yes.
Not an all-in bolt shot pairing, but...
I'll say one thing about Diabolic Roar. So the other thing that holds it back is the fact that you gotta get to your opponent to go get that action, and that's just a natural weakness to discard in general.
Yeah. Yeah, Cobra. Sorry, wrong game.
What did Cobra say?
I'm not seeing any cracked baubles. That's how
yes.
Yeah. This is an interesting.
That's an interesting pack.
Yeah, that's not terrible. Definitely 2 very solid uncommons, 2 more niche uncommons. Gorilla.
Nice.
Guardian of Balance.
I love the Gorilla, definitely, for sure. Ironically, it's these are the 2 decks that I made. That was the Gorilla deck versus the Guardian of Balance deck. For anybody out there, just for fun, I made a deck that had 25 Enraged Gorillas and a deck that had 25 Guardian of Balances to pit them against each other. Because when Welcome to Jay came out, they were cards that just people weren't playing.
Yeah.
and generally, when somebody comes up against these decks, they generally lose. They're not actually viable when you start facing the real meta decks and decks with actual strategies. but anybody unprepared to just face gorilla, 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 gorilla after turn, or Guardian of Balance every turn so they can't deal damage, it's fun.
Yes.
But it never wins after you do the first round. Now that I know what's going on.
Yeah. But I think these are cards that, if played well, they're a lot more powerful than players give them credit, but there's a much steeper learning curve for them.
Yes.
I remember in the early days, people hated the Guardian Balance, actually said that, you know, because of the way it's designed, it's useless if you're going second in the round. And I agree, it's not as powerful, but it's still a very, very solid card. And don't overlook it too much. It's a good card to run, and you'll find you'll win quite a few rounds just because of having that well-timed Guardian of Balance.
Yeah.
Ben's asking, Alex, please talk about what to expect this Sunday. You mentioned it earlier, but we're at one of our largest viewer counts for any live stream, so might as well mention it again.
All right, so this Sunday we were doing a sealed event, so you get 6 packs. You'll make your deck out of the 6 packs. It's not a full deck. I believe it's 35 cards.
175
cards for sealed, yeah. From there, there's just going to be some casual fun games. I've got a bunch of extra little prizes on the line, little fancy things. Sid's going to be throwing in also extra prizes. For most people, this is going to be their first chance to ever get organized play packs. They're not the official organized play packs, but we did squish a few together, organized play promos for you guys. There's going to be, obviously, the foil uncut sheet.
Obviously.
Yeah, obviously. And, you know, I got some very special filler cards that, you know, I don't know, people like them.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll even bring out the foil filler cards.
Do I have any of them here? I don't have any of the actual filler cards. I do have this thing, which is
just the foil, just the foil.
Nothing printed on it. Yeah. I'll bring out some foil champions. We can throw that into the prize pool.
There you go. You heard it there. Sid's throwing an alpha box into the prize pool. No.
I don't even have an alpha box to throw into the prize pool. All right.
All right. Let's get this epic down out of the way.
So before we jump into that, we did crack another foil. This was a good box for foils. We got a Bellum Common. First person to mention it in the chat, except for Darren, who already won something. Love you, Darren, but you already won something. There's 3 packs left. Let's see who can get it within those 3 packs. But you throw in your guesses for Bellum Common. All right. So looking at this, what are your thoughts on these uncommons?
The uncommons, kind of, except for Shadow's Grass for new players. Put a couple in your deck. It definitely is a card that catches people by surprise. It's definitely what it does.
Yeah, I especially love it in multiplayer. People never see it coming in multiplayer. It's so good. Not Cattail, not Flight. So Shadow's Grasp, I definitely love that. Rares,
once again, no synergy. Good in their own homes. That's it.
Yeah.
Very separate cards.
Very separate cards. Very niche too. Like, I know people have been trying to run this Hegemon. It works in certain situations and then just falls apart in other ones. So no,
it's very dependent matchup.
And
very. I
play Vorpal Blades a lot, but that's because there's one deck that needs a lot of them, and that's the Long Holy deck. So yeah, I don't know what to say about it. It is what it is. Hopefully Holy sees more of a play. This is definitely on the lower end of rarity combos or just pack as a whole. So, not that it's a purely bad one. I think you do get some value add having the Vorpal Blade. It's a good solid card to have in your collection. But compared to some of the pairings that we've seen before, it's not as high up there. All right, gonna keep that there. Let's see.
Any guesses?
Oten is uncommon. That is correct, Cobra Jet. Kodama. No, it's not a Kodama. Walls of Vadhis. Not Walls of Vadhis. Not Air Shield. Air Shield's not in the set, unfortunately. It's actually one of those ones that I think people underestimate how good Air Shield is.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's The only reason it doesn't see play is because I do not want to see unboundedness like that. It's just it's maybe a little bit too good for what it does. All right, new rounds of uncommons. Lulu,
But it's like just flying around. Apple.
decoy.
Decoy.
This recovers it. You got the compass.
Yep. Casmodon. Bolt shot.
Bolt shot. I love bolt shot. Everyone loves bolt shot. What am I saying?
Bolt shot fixes any pack.
That's true. The moment you, these are very, very solid. It almost doesn't matter what else you get. Like that's a very good combination. I love the Casmodon. I think these are more playable niche.
Yeah.
And these are more of the for people who want to make fun decks and more like just fun, interesting things. But yeah, not on that side. Decoy, I've seen in a lot of decks where there's some people who just love the card and cannot run a deck without it, and that's fair. For you, go for it. Casmodon, like I said, I think it's coming up in value, but this right here, that makes this such a value pack, just straight off the bat.
Yeah.
All right, not Fire Cub, not Fox, like Fox TV. And when I see capital FOX, it makes me think of Fox TV. So foils Bellum, yellow, common, yeah. Not Cabas, not Tornado Winds, not Nearitet. Nearitet is actually Jaelara, not Bellum.
True.
So this is the weaker of the bolt shot combos, but like pairings, but at the same time, it's still bolt shot. All right, we got 2 packs left. I'll give you what should my hint be?
I guess it's card type.
Card type? It's a summon.
Ooh. Interesting. Interesting.
Oh, good comments there. We got Shadow's Grasp, we got Fire Hill, Colossal Land, Temporal. I think we saw this combo, did we not? This feels very familiar.
It does not look familiar to me. No.
Yeah. And Call to the Bones with Puppet Control?
Darren really wants to guess.
Darren's like, you can guess and proxy of someone. How's that? Hoa Jin. No, it's not the Jin. What was the other Call to the Bone pairing? Do you remember?
It was not Puppet Control. That's for sure. No,
I
it was
like this pairing
card.
a lot more.
Yeah. I'm gonna guess without guessing it to help people out. Is it a spider?
It's also one of my favorite Bellum cards. I really, really like this pairing for rares. And then you get the Shadow's Grasp in here. You got the Colossal Hand. That already pairs you off. If you're playing Chaos, like this is a good place to start.
Yeah, for sure. That's very good.
Yeah. Temporal, definitely more niche. So Fire Hill, I think if it wasn't for the Ryukyu Rabbit deck, I may not have pushed for Fire Hill to see a replay in this. But I just think people love Ryukyu Rabbit so much. Steven got it with the Goliath Sphinx Eater. Yeah, that's I love the Goliath Sphinx Eater. It's just I don't know why. I think I was it was the Necrolich deck that I built with Goliath Sphinx Eater. I found so much value add in that. A lot more than a Martial Sentry because that has what, dark weakness? I mean dark resistance. This one has earth. And earth
is it dark or electric resistance?
It does electric damage.
It does electric damage.
Resist dark.
Yeah.
So I think the Goliath Sphinx Eater is just a little bit more valuable. Plus, with it doing air damage, it works with the air pillar. So you now have a card that synergizes with something really solid in the set. And earth resistance matters because Baihus exist in the set. Like Baihus are, like Erica is a feared champion. So this pack, I like the rare pairing a lot. I think the uncommons give it good value. My ranking is in the mid 8s. I don't know how you feel about that.
It was called the Bones and
Call to
Puppet
the Bones
Control.
Puppet Control, yeah.
Yeah. I'd give it an 8. I'll give it an 8.
Alright, last pack from this box, and then we'll show the really special one we had at the beginning. Alright. Okay, nothing interesting on the common front. I mean, there's a landslide, but I don't pull landslides out. The baboons. There are a lot of good commons. I just... Ooh. Ooh.
Alright. Malfeasance, solid. Chrono Walker, yeah. Let's not waste time. Just flip over the third one. Get out of the way so you can see the whole pack. You're giggling. Ooh.
Right? Right. These are probably two of the best 6 cheese in the game. To get an epic and a regular, it's just so good. It's just so good.
Yeah, they're probably the best 6 cheese in the game.
Yep.
For sure. Yeah.
This is a good pack.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a shame you can't play all 3 of these, but like I'd be willing to pull these 2 out and have those 4 in. Like,
yeah,
it's pretty solid. Except for, you know, there's no champion with this combination yet. But I like this pack. This was a good one to end on.
yeah. Well, we have one more pack to end on, right?
Yes, we do. All right. So, uncommons. So, what was the best pairing on this side? We saw the best pairing on the other side was Boltshot and Alim, for sure. This one you have Chrono Walker Malfeasance.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Good. You definitely want those 2 together.
Puppet Control and Call to the Bones.
It's good, but it's not as synergistic.
Bolt and Casmo.
Bolt's that's a power by itself. I don't know if it almost overshadows the Casmonon.
So
I think it was the Malfeasance Chrono Walker. So far, from what I'm remembering, I think it works together. I'm trying to remember a better pairing.
Vorpal
No.
Hegemon.
No.
Enraged and Guardian.
No.
Stone
No.
Protector.
Yeah, there was a Stone Protector.
Stone Protector and Substrike.
That's probably it. It's that and that, or the first 2 that we talked about.
Formosan and Nizu. I'm gonna say no. Yamaraja, that's a no. But you had an epic Gilded Sack, but that doesn't count. We're looking at strictly the rare pairings. Necro and Mongol.
Mm-hmm.
Baroque and Purifying Wave.
Baroque and Purifying Wave.
That's a pretty good one.
Ooh, that's a really good one. It is great to Purifying Wave, and then once the board is clear, drop a Baroque right after it.
So, if you pull any of these packs, these are pretty solid packs too. And the nice part is, like, especially if you're looking at doing a sealed or, I guess draft doesn't help you. But if you're doing a sealed or you're just starting your collection, like this leans you into an Ajna deck. I don't know how well you can see that. So that leans you into an Ajna deck. This leans you into a lot of Vadhis decks. But you got Vadhis right there. You got Sahas right there. There's just a good options in a lot of places there. All right, so half the box is going to Steven, half the box going to Darren. And then let's do something special for... We got a pure foil pack. That was the first pack we were to go open. Let's see, there is... Let me just double check. All right, there are 2 rares in this pack. First person to guess one of those 2 rares will get the full pack. So here are some of the foils we got in there. We got a Thunderstruck, we got Inferno Ghoul, Ryukyu Rabbit, Tornado Winds, Shutdown, Peripheral Visions, Adrenaline, second Thunderstruck, Colossal Ant, Searing Light, Left Hook, Psychic Assault, and Unhinge. So those are your commons on commons. There are 2 rares. First person to guess one of the rares. Not Gilded Stag, not Bolt Shot. Come on, guess one of those rares. Yes, Scheming Skeleton. It was the very first pack. I was hoping it wasn't going to be in this box. So, yes, I'm not Baruch. We're still waiting.
Keep guessing.
Yeah. We need
Don't
more
stop.
guesses.
Don't stop till you win them all.
Yeah. Not Call to the Bones. Not Epiphany. Not Puppet Control. There are two. Drop
There's
multiple
two.
guesses. Yeah, there's two.
There's two. Go. Just shout out rares.
Not Meteor or not English Flame. Think out of these, like that foil shutdown, definitely great. There's that foil Kiryu. Not Meteorite, not Casmodon. Not Demon's Rage. Whoa. This is I was actually surprised with the double Thunderstruck. That one struck me. Infernal Go. Nope, not Baruch.
Dang, everybody's forgetting all the rares. We just
Yeah,
just talked about them all.
I know. Not Yamaracha. There's 33. I mean, it's a good list to go through.
Yeah.
Not Alim. Not Nizu. Should I give a hint? It's
No, they've already got through most of them. They
yeah,
gotta
I
keep
know,
going.
right? Revenge, not Alim, not Revenge.
Oh.
Oh, and then Steve's gonna get this purifying wave that he can get signed from anyone. Not Substrike, not Laser Ball, not Protector Knee.
I'll make a guess, and then whoever says it, it's clearly Celestial Hegemon, guys. Come on, someone say Celestial Hegemon.
It's not the Hegemon.
No, it's not. It's not Hegemon. There you go. I got one out of the way for you guys.
Not Olgoy, not Malfeasance, not Demon's Rage. Wow, this is really interesting.
And here, when you first said it, I was like, "Oh, this is too easy. You're giving them the option to choose either and either one of the rares." Oh.
No, we're still not there yet. Not Meteorite, not Scorpion, not Angel. Two people guessed Angel at the same time. Not Casmodon, not Purifying Wave. Wow, I'm really not Called to the Bones or Mongol. We're still getting there. Awesome. Yeah. Not Zamber either.
All right, I'm gonna guess them both.
Okay.
Since nobody's guessed it, it's Olgi Gakori and Necrolich.
No, it's not.
I'm just shouting stuff.
Too many rares. It is not. Vampire Kiss isn't even in this set. No, not Vampire Kiss. Not. Brick Naga actually got dropped down to an uncommon.
Yeah.
Not High Dualis. Should I give a hint? I feel like.
Give a hint. They've already hinted.
There we go, Darren. Guess Vorpal Blade.
What is the other one?
Enraged Gorilla.
Oh.
Oh, that went on for a while. Darren, you got very, very lucky there. I got the pack. You got your full half of the box pack.
We don't give full half the boxes easily. You gotta work for it here.
Oh, that was awesome. All right. Any last thoughts that we want to have when it comes to the box buying? I mean, we had all that hype. Anything else you want to say?
I'm excited for players to get their cards and ready to play. Ready to face me anytime.
I'm gonna. Haha! Now you can see me twice. That's what people want. They want to be able to see me twice. Yeah, I'm really excited about second edition because we went through all these packs. I think there were some packs that were on the weaker end, but there's no pack that's bad. That's the thing that I really love about second edition. I've never seen a pairing where I'm just like, between the commons, uncommons, and rares, it's like, no, that was a terrible pack. I remember that feeling in Welcome to Jaelara and Raze, and as a designer, I felt really bad about that. But I like the idea that now second edition is just, it's just good cards through and through. You might get a few commons or that you don't use as much, or uncommons are a little bit more niche, but you're not going to get a pack of just useless cards.
Yeah. I agree.
So I'm excited to see people get playing that and enjoying the set. And if you get a full foil pack or any foils, anything, share it with us. I want to hear the stories. I want to, follow us on Facebook, leave them in my vlog, or leave them in my on the website or wherever. Just connect with me. Send me an email or text message if you have my number, whatever. I just want to hear people getting their foils and being really excited about it.
I have a question for the audience. Do you guys prefer left sit or right sit more?
That's fair. Actually, more of a serious question. For people who actually saw the gameplay video that I put up in one of my vlogs, how did you like that style of like that pseudo first person kind of view? Because Darren said, you want to hear my story about a full foil pack? Oh, that was good. And yeah, I was actually really surprised that this box we had 2 foils, a full foil pack, and we still got at least 3 epics out of it. As a whole, that was a pretty good box.
For sure.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna switch this out to our closing screen because people don't need to see me so many times. All right, let's wrap this up. Thank you so much, everyone who watched. This was a really good video. I had a lot of fun. And hopefully, I guess we should do more giveaways in future videos, shouldn't we?
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
We will aim to try to give out more stuff in future videos. All right, that's everything for today. Thank you so much, everyone, and we'll talk to you next. Well, if you come on Sunday, we'll see you then. If not, we'll see you next week. Bye.
Have a good one. Bye.